The Ford government dropping its fall mini budget with promises of spending on highways and other infrastructure projects. There's also incentive to enjoy some time out without going too far, but critics are jumping on what's not included as we move on from the pandemic.
We are ready to build bigger, we're ready to build faster and better than before.
As far as this government is concerned, Highway 413 and the Bradford bypass north of the GTA are given the go-ahead as part of the province's Build Ontario Fall Economic Statement. While no specific costs are laid out for the projects, $23 million has been budgeted over the next 10 years for provincial highways, with the promise of creating jobs and saving commute times.
Highway 413 does not represent progress, and it does not represent relief for those who are suffering through gridlock and congestion. It is a mirage.
As far as the continued recovery plan, the Ford government is extending its jobs training tax credit until next year, along with the tax credit for seniors to claim expenses for needed home renovations. New to the mix, a one-time staycation tax credit, offering 20% off accommodations at a hotel or other places for overnight visits in Ontario. That's up to a maximum of $200 for an individual or $400 per family all of next year. At no point did the finance minister mention income tax cuts, nor the long-promised gas tax cut of 10 cents a litre as fuel prices soar. Instead, trying to address cost of living in other ways.
The Premier very clearly mentioned that working with the federal government, we should try to find a way to make things more affordable for the people of Ontario. We just did that in a large way for over 750,000 Ontarians through the increase in the minimum wage.
Overall, the province now has a projected deficit of $21.5 billion in 2021-22, a number the government suggests is $11.6 billion lower than previously forecast, a sign of economic recovery.
There is so much that's not in this fall economic update, considering what the needs of Ontarians are. And it just really does show how out of touch this government is.
More money has also been dedicated to support the investigation of residential school burial sites. An additional $10 million will be spent over 3 years, bringing the total to $20 million. Now, there are other voices speaking out against the Ford government's plan, including the Canadian Federation of Independent Business, calling it a missed opportunity not to move on wholesale alcohol pricing for restaurants. The Elementary Teachers Federation also says the province continues to deny the important role of public education and how it plays in economic growth.